All right, everybody. Welcome to National Chumps Season 2, Episode 11. Sorry we haven't been posting on Saturday and Sunday nights, man. Real life is happening. Jaybird's trying to start fights in the CU student section. So we had to
It's
make
actually
sure
the
that he was
BYU
safely
section.
first. But shout out to Bird. You got CU to pay a $50,000 fine for chanting "fuck the Mormons." So
yes, we did.
We love that for you. We got to see Coach Prime apologize on national TV, so that's exciting.
It was a great time.
At least he wasn't like his son and decided to just pantomime. Is that what they're calling it these days when these players don't say anything? I thought he was a goofball. I thought he was a goofball for that.
Yeah.
I'm just so confused about, like, dude, just be a pro, please.
You can't.
Please.
There's a reason why a round 2-3 talent ended up getting taken in round 5, and it's shit like that.
I know. He could be starting in the NFL this week.
Should be starting for the Ravens.
Should be.
But
instead we get to watch
or the Saints.
Who's starting over there? Cooper Rush?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Great.
Rams tied up. We're going to OT. But we are not an NFL podcast. We are a college football podcast. So let's get back on track here.
God, Matt Stafford plus.
Week 5 recap. Quick little rundown here. What a great week of college football, in my opinion.
Oh my God,
that was so good.
Going into this week makes it just feel not as important. Like last week, what was it, 6 or 7 OTs, 3 double OTs. Yeah, it was unbelievable, man. It was a great weekend. Shout out the Ducks.
Yeah,
go Ducks, baby.
We're
Happy Valley.
We're a big Oregon Ducks podcast right now.
Yeah,
we love the Oregon Ducks.
We love the Ducks, baby. Death by 1,000 cuts. If you guys haven't watched the Ducks versus them recap yet, highly suggest it, man. Dan Lanning gets those boys going. And let me tell you what, Happy Valley, that setup is nuts, dude. They have chain link fences like right outside the locker room, and there are people sitting there just like nasty. And I was like, wow, what an environment.
Chirping.
Yeah,
how many lines of coke do you think Dan Lanning does before a game? Because that guy is
actually
juiced out of his mind.
So I actually saw these pouches that popped up on my Facebook that said it's like Adderall, caffeine, and nicotine had a baby. And I was like, see, I think that's where he is right now.
Wow.
I think those are the options.
We should see if they want to sponsor our podcast.
Adderall.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link, fellas. Not that I partake in such activities, but I do know that he's a big pouch guy. So sure. I assume that's what he's on, right?
I think there was a whiteout Penn State. Maybe there was also a whiteout in Dan Lanning's nose. But
his wife had cancer. Y'all got to give him some grace here. My God, do you think
so? If your wife has cancer, you do cocaine.
Yeah, you think you're just out here doing hard recreational drugs?
No, but he just brings the juice and the energy. I loved his post-game interview. He's definitely fired up about that win. And I know we've talked about it here before, but I think, again, the story's got to be James Franklin. Just does not finish games. Penn State had that game won. They had it.
They did. And I believe I sent in the group chat, take Penn State money line right now.
Yep, you sure did.
Like, I good thing I didn't.
Dunham was on Safe to Tell watch.
Yeah, I was.
Because it was ugly for 3 quarters. It really was just an ugly, classic Big Ten football game, which I love to see out of the Ducks, being able to come through a true Big Ten test like that and actually play Big Ten football and come out on top. Like, because I don't know if we've really seen them go through a true gritty on the road Big Ten game like that quite yet in their small Big Ten lifespan. So I was impressed with Oregon, and that's coming from the heart, not from my sarcastic bullshit attitude that I tend to have. So it was good to see for Oregon.
This team has a chance.
Big Ten.
This team has a chance. I'm not trying to get my hopes up because the mantra is, as an Oregon fan, this team's always going to be good enough to make you interested, to tease you enough to draw you in, and then break your heart into a million pieces when it matters the most. And it happens like every freaking sport, and it happens every freaking year. Final Four, didn't get a rebound.
Yep.
We've been to the college football national title 3 times in my lifetime. Can't finish the deal. This could be the year. Could be
Dude,
the year.
you know what? If hey,
Dunham had $1 for every
I'll-
time he said that about Oregon. He'd have about $31.
I might be able to retire.
if Oregon wins the national championship, I will buy myself, Rev, and Dunham some kind of Oregon memorabilia.
Say
I'll
less.
put that on the line right now, and
Nice.
let's shake on it. I will buy Dunham his favorite Oregon jersey. I will buy something for me and Rev.
That might be hard. We might have to go through the collection on the podcast eventually.
Yeah,
No, I don't think we have to.
It looks like
that's
the
okay,
freaking
but
photo room.
I would do that for Dunham if his team wins.
We'll see. We'll see. Long
Pitt,
season to go.
Or Pitt. You never know. The real teams that matter.
Honestly, I think Pitt's out, to be honest with you. They lost the game, and it's ridiculous.
Go BYU.
Go Cougs, baby. They're on a roll.
Cougs.
On a roll.
They are. Yeah, hopefully they don't play as fucking awful as they did at the start of the CU and the end of the CU game. So they
First
might
true road
get
test
fucked
in
over.
conference, that'd be okay. Freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
The game that I talked about the most last weekend, you guys kept saying that Husky Stadium was a really tough place to play, and Julian Sand said, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, for the second half.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first half
in the first
was
half too. They just dropped a punt, and then they didn't get one on 4th down when they could have kicked a field goal.
welcome
So
to
if
football.
this game
That
is
game was 42-6.
if it's
Welcome
played
to
in
college
Columbus, it was played at Husky Stadium, and it was just proven on Saturday that it's not the easiest place to play in the world.
Ohio State
Mhm.
kicked their shit in for 4 quarters. It wasn't close.
I would argue too. I would argue too. And honestly, I would argue 3
times again.
It wasn't a 24-6 game, sure, but it was at the end of the day. Like, that's what the final stat's going to read. And I think Washington's going to be a 3 or 4 loss team by the end of the year. And it's probably going to look like a pretty good win for Ohio State come resume time, especially if they drop one.
It'll look fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Washington will give Oregon the game of their lives in Seattle at the end of November. Right on time.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, yeah. Safe to tell watch wouldn't be a watch anymore. It'd be a warning. But yeah, I mean, Ohio State looked good. Their defense is legit.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs is a dude. Like, Matt Patricia is a dude. Like, they have it figured out. They just have to get the ball to Jeremiah Smith a little bit more, even though he had 6 catches, I think. They got to find a way to give him the ball. He's 6'4". He looks like Megatron, and he takes 8 dudes to cover him. Just throw him the ball, please. For the love of God. We keep talking about the Heisman Trophy.
He'd fucking catch it.
He would. We keep talking about the Heisman Trophy, and his name doesn't ever get brought up. And it's like he has 3 guys guarding him every play, and he still has like 6 to 8 catches every game. Like,
yeah, he's definitely going to be in that conversation the next few weeks by the end of the year. It has to be the easiest non-quarterback favorite right now.
Yeah, I wish he could go in the draft at the end of this year because I don't want to see him again next year.
Yeah, he'd be the top receiver taken this year for sure.
Without a doubt. It's not close.
Because I think his closest bet right now would be Jordan Tyson over there in Arizona State. Denzel Boston, he's all right. But,
yeah,
it just kind of depends on what you're looking for as an NFL scout or whatever. Because I don't think that there's a clear-cut number 1 wide receiver like there has been in some previous years.
No, I don't think so either.
But it's just crazy. Jeremiah Smith is the guy. He's so good. So good.
And immediately good, too. He was good last year. Like, just, he's ready. He's ready. He looks more like DK Metcalf every day. Like, his arms are huge. His legs are huge. And he's fast. So, by the end of it, he'll have a say. What else? Let's see. Last week,
LSU. LSU Ole Miss.
Yeah. We had to make sure that Weeks threw up on tempo and that the overhit. That was Lane Kiffin's big 2 goals that game, and I think he was successful.
I Maybe Weeks was out too late with Landry the night before, having a couple glasses of wine.
Yeah. So
wine and
who
dine.
really won, Lane? Who really
I don't
won?
know. It obviously they probably made it to the dinner table, the game, right? Like, so I was a little disappointed in LSU's offense.
Again.
Yeah.
Again,
Nussmeier's
Are
hurt.
we?
Nussmeier's hurt.
Well, and Brian
Are we
Kelly sucks.
disappointed? Like, it's been a common theme this year. LSU's offense is not as good as we thought.
Yeah, and just showed again on Saturday. Granted, we gotta give some credit to Ole Miss here too.
Oh, 100%.
Lane Kiffin coached a hell of a game.
He did.
Great game plan to.
Yeah. Trinidad Chambliss looked lost a little bit in the first half, but he started clicking in the second half pretty early.
I think you just had to get used to the lights, the feel, the everything.
Yeah,
right?
the true core of SEC football.
Going from D2 Ferris State national champ, shout out Ferris State, but going from that to play in front of 60,000 Southern Bells and just crazy atmosphere there. And I'm sure that nightlife after the game was a little bit more enjoyable probably than the D2 national championship at Ferris State.
Ferris State, yeah.
I think, going out on a limb, I think you're probably safe there. That's probably minus 10,000 on the money line.
Yeah, more people were probably concerned about the Ferris State hockey game that night than the D2 national championship at Ferris State. So, but yeah, shout out to Ole Miss. Dunham, you've been all over Ole Miss since the beginning, saying they're the cream of the crop of the SEC. Kind of stinks that John Mateer won't get as much of a say in that the next few weeks, because I think Oklahoma has a gripe, and the polls still seem to really love Texas too, because that defense is legit. And you brought up in our little pre-recording session about Texas success or lack thereof
success
on third downs. That's not going to be winning football in the SEC. But the polls seem to love them still. So, and Alabama looked pretty good too.
They did. They're on a come. They're on a come up.
I still don't believe in them at all. Like, I'm still out on Kalen DeBoer and this Alabama experience. Like, they have this voodoo magic over Georgia for whatever reason. They just do. Kirby Smart and Bama is like some curse.
Maybe Nick Saban just gave DeBoer the blueprint. Like, here's how you beat Kirby, son. This is how you're going to save your program. Right here.
So Georgia got stopped on fourth down twice, right? They didn't kick a field goal. They couldn't stop anybody on defense, which has been Georgia's thing all year. Like, Ty Simpson looked like a god. Like, let's not do this. Let's not make Ty Simpson some Greek mythology character. Okay? He's still Ty Simpson. Prove it. 2 more weeks and prove it.
Come on. Did you fucking see the video going around on Twitter? Okay. Ty Simpson is the second coming of fucking Nick Saban at the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. Okay.
He's had a lot of impersonators over the years. Whatever.
It's okay.
I guess if you get around him enough, you can kind of figure it out.
Damn it, Drill.
It's cut.
It's cut. Run the route again.
Can Coach get some shoes that fit around here? My God.
So I'm a little mad at the Alabama-Georgia game for a couple of reasons. Number one, I took the over.
Gross.
I thought it was easy.
Me too, honestly.
This game has gone over the last few years. Both have pretty explosive players on offense. They're going to find ways to score. And there was plenty of opportunities. Ryan Williams dropping a ball in the first drive.
Drop TD.
Yeah, that's
killer.
Brutal. And then Georgia comes back 2 drives later and does the same exact shit. So, I mean, I know they're just kids and whatnot, but at the end of the day, like, if they put it in your hands, catch the ball, make a play,
catch the football,
play the game. I was also disappointed that Georgia didn't come out on top, just because you had Alabama in such a bad spot. because this is not Alabama powerhouse coming into your barn under the lights, between the hedges, all that noise. And Georgia laid an egg. Like
Yeah.
they were out of it from the first quarter, and then they found some life later in the game, very similar to that Penn State Oregon game. It just so happened that they found some life there at the end.
Georgia
And
doesn't
it
have
was
a
just
sack
great.
in 2025.
That's diabolical.
That's a problem. And they can't cover.
No, that was another big thing I meant to bring up too. Their pass defense was brutal. And if you can't get home to the quarterback and your coverage sucks, what do? Maybe the last 3 years their coverages have sucked. Honestly, Georgia defensive backs, when they come into the NFL, are not good.
Haven't been.
They haven't been very
The
good.
D-line's been legit.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the defensive line not being able to get home, and it's affecting everybody.
It's like every ball up in Knoxville, Tennessee that went deep from Rodriguez was caught.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like every time he threw the ball deep, it was caught. And it took a miracle from Gunnar Stockton to win that game. I just don't understand where Kirby gets lost in the Georgia game. Florida State threw the ball 9 times against Alabama and won the game by 3 scores. I'm not sold by any means. I think both teams stink.
I don't think they stink, but I don't really think. I mean, I said at the beginning of the year I don't think Georgia's going to make the playoff.
You did.
And I seeing that game kind of holds true, right? Like they obviously don't have the Georgia defense that they've had the last few years. Gunnar Stockton isn't as much of a game changer at quarterback as some of the other guys that have come through Georgia. Like, I think they'd be better off with Carson Beck right now. But, the NIL, the transfer
running ability that Beck didn't have.
And it's not looking like Georgia powerhouse football no more.
Well, it's the
same thing with Alabama too.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was saying a couple of years ago when everybody was like, oh, Georgia's going to be good. Georgia's going to be good. It's like, if anybody watched Carson Beck play, he got bailed out by Brock Bowers and Ladd McConkey every third down. And you lose both those guys to the NFL and you didn't replace them. And look what happened. Offense struggled. Defense wasn't great. And now this year you have offensive struggles and you have a defense that's really not great. And it's a recipe for disaster. Which is why I think we should jump into this week. I mean, Bird, you wanted to talk about it a little bit. The Kentucky Wildcats, who have the head coach who's going to be fired next after Pittman.
Are you just talking about SEC or overall?
Overall.
Because I think when Luke Fickell loses to Michigan this week, he's going to get fired.
I don't know. Interesting. I think Stoops is next to go. But we talked about it a little bit on the pre-show. Kentucky plays everybody tight, and defensively they're not bad. No. South Carolina ran away with it a little bit because they got 3 turnovers and scored on all 3 turnovers. I don't know if that's going to be the case here. If Georgia's defense is bad, I don't think they're going to generate a ton of turnovers.
Yeah.
They played Ole Miss tight.
That's a fair statement.
I mean, Kentucky's always played Ole Miss tight, though. That's been a thing since Lane Kiffin's been the coach.
I know,
but Kentucky also, they just lack so much offensively.
It's not good.
I know that they're going to get some stops, but who's to say that? This, call me a wild man here, but this is probably going to be the game where Georgia gets their first sack, and it could be.
I don't hate it.
It could get real sexy and be a strip sack, fat guy Tutter in the end zone kind of thing. Like,
or hear me out.
I think this is a get right game for the Georgia
so Kentucky
defense.
Gets their first win.
Oh, that's also a play
against Georgia. Yeah, that's a
Hashtag
play.
Fade Bird. Don't hate it.
Hashtag Fade Bird. You can get the plus Kentucky
49ers
plus
win.
100. I'm not sad about that.
Kyle Shanahan's a dude, man. God dang.
We don't hate that.
Third string guys, he'll win. No problem. Good for him. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like Kentucky's chances to like win the game here, but if I was to put anybody on potential upset alert, I'm considering Georgia. It's certainly on my mind.
Yeah.
Certainly on my mind.
Yeah, especially if Kentucky can slow them down, at least in the first half, keep it close.
Yeah.
You know, it's what you got to do. And if they find some splash plays here and there, like you said, they can't cover. All it takes is one to get on the board.
I mean, last year's game was in Lexington, and the final score was 13-12.
Gross.
Yeah.
I like it. I like this a lot, actually.
Yeah.
20.5 is starting to sound real appealing to me on a day where the lines don't seem to be great.
Now, the last couple times in Athens, Georgia, 51-13,
Ow.
30-13, and 21-0.
Okay.
With the 51-13 game, I think that was Carson Beck and Brock Bowers and Ladd McConkey. I think that was a national championship team.
Sounds right. All right. So we like Kentucky plus 20.5 overall, or we just kind of
I like that better than the plus 900.
I might tease it up a little bit.
Can't rely. Yeah, I don't hate that either, Dunham. You can't rely on Kentucky to
tease it up or tease it down.
I think I would. I think I go the other way. I think I tease it up. Like if I was to get like a 10-point teaser, I don't think that they lose by 30.
Yeah, I don't really see that happening either, unless they've given up on the coach and just won't play.
Which is possible. I mean, it happened. It happened to Arkansas.
Yeah.
They heard Sam Pittman was like, "Oh, he's probably fired after this game," and then Notre Dame just went in there and just belt the ass, no problem. Notre Dame looked real.
All right. So, any other Week 6 games that you guys are looking at, either from a betting perspective or just from good game perspective? I know that there's a couple out there that look like they're okay games.
Did we talk
Nothing too
about
crazy.
did we talk about Vandy and Bama yet?
We have not brought up Vanderbilt and Bama.
Can Diego Pavia ruin Bama's year 2 years in a row? Yes or no? I think yes. I think the way that offense is spilling out right now, I think that it's going to be a high scoring game, and if anything, I could see Vandy covering the 10.5.
So
I can see him covering. I can see a backdoor cover here for sure.
Yeah,
but I think there's a couple things that you got to ask yourself here. Is Vanderbilt better than they were last year? The answer is yes. They are a better football team than they were last year. And then you got to ask yourself, is Alabama a better team than they were last year? And you say no, but I kind of disagree.
Do you?
I think they're a little bit better than they were last year, because let's remember, Alabama did lose a few games last year, didn't make the playoff, correct?
Correct.
They look more like a playoff team this year than they did last year. And that's just basing it off the last few weeks. I know week 1 happened, but week 1 happened and they've responded. They have played good football since. They're getting their groove with Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson is going to sneak his way into the Heisman candidate conversation if he continues to play well. The Vanderbilt defense is a little bit better than last year, so we can say that both teams are better. So if we want to give the edge somewhere, let's say Vanderbilt has the edge of being a better team than they were last year. But now we got to play this game in Tuscaloosa. And Vanderbilt has been tested once without a healthy Lenore Sellers. And I love my Vanderbilt Commodores, but I'm also a fan of Minnesota sports. I know what happens when I get my hopes up. So I like to be cautiously optimistic, maybe even a little bit more pessimistic in this case. I would love to see a backdoor cover in the upset. I think it can happen. Because Diego Pavia did say, if we play our game, it's not going to be close. And I think Vanderbilt has the defense to at least hold Alabama down.
Yeah.
And if Eli Stowers has a good day and Pavia is just running and chucking like he did last year, we'll see the same thing. But I think it's going to take a perfect game for Vanderbilt again and a lot of things to happen poorly on the offensive side for Alabama to really get the upset here.
Yeah. And then there's 3 other games that we could talk about right now. There's Iowa State at Cincy, Texas at Florida. We kind of hit about that one. What about Miami at Florida State? Let's talk about that one for a second.
Miami at Florida State, Mario Cristobal game inbound. Give me the Seminoles.
I knew that's where you were going to go with this. Okay. But you know what I didn't hear? I didn't hear the fucking Florida State Seminole ring last week when they fucking lost to Virginia. Okay, Dunham? All right. Yeah, this one right here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't hear you spreading the shit on the podcast last week when they lost to Virginia.
What do you mean?
Right? This sound was nowhere to be found.
Well, when we did the podcast, they hadn't played yet.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
You know?
I hope Miami fucking rolls them. Just for you.
Well,
why do you think Miami's going to roll them? That's my question to you.
Doesn't matter. I just don't fucking like Florida State because they beat Alabama.
You're taking Miami, right?
I'm not taking.
You're taking Miami, right?
I'm
Sounds
not
like you're taking Miami.
Honestly, if you're an Alabama fan, you better hope to God Florida State wins this game, because
it'll help. It'll
look great on your. It'll look a little bit better on your resume.
I get it, but it would fucking tingle me downstairs if Florida State loses. Okay, fuck Florida State. Fuck the Seminoles.
So if we are,
oh my God,
if we're looking at where the money is on the spread right now, it's -4.5. Miami slightly favored here. 66% of the public is on Florida State to cover 4.5, but the money is 50-50. So Vegas isn't really telling us much. 85% of the public is on Miami on the money line too. But I'm kind of leaning Florida State here. It's not a huge, like, I'm probably not gonna bet Florida State money line. Now, if it was at like plus 220, plus 250, hammering it. But I think playing in Florida State is a little bit of a different atmosphere. Carson Beck, Mario Cristobal, whatever you want to say, something isn't going to go right here. And Miami's offense, it hasn't looked like spectacular. And I don't think their defense is, spectacular. I don't really think they've been that tested yet, Miami. I think they caught Notre Dame on an off night. I think if they play Notre Dame right now, Notre Dame beats them. Because I think Notre Dame has figured something out.
Yeah, I mean, CJ Carr just needed more time. That's the biggest thing. But like, I keep pondering this question because I keep looking ahead at Miami's schedule, right? We talk about Mario Cristobal's record in November. Their November schedule is cakewalk. Like, they are not tested at all. They play SMU, who can't play defense. They play Syracuse, who doesn't have a quarterback. They play Virginia Tech, who fired their coach. Like, they're going to slip up somewhere in this schedule. Like, you have to think that no one's going to go undefeated this year. It's just too crazy. There's too many things happening. And I think this is the spot where Miami gets got a little bit.
If Vanderbilt beats Alabama, they're going undefeated.
Sure.
They'll beat LSU at
here's
home.
Here's what I will tell you, because I went to pull this back up because we keep talking about Alabama of last year, right? Mm-hmm. Alabama beat Western Kentucky in week 1, 63-0. Then they beat South Florida, the same South Florida of this year without Byron Brown.
So it's not the same South Florida.
It's not, but they beat them 42-16.
Yeah, but you can't say it's the same South Florida without Byron Brown. That's a totally
defense.
Totally different South Florida team.
Same defense.
Not the same momentum wise.
I know. Then they beat Wisconsin in Camp Randall 42-10.
Yeah, because Wisconsin's ass.
Then they had the Georgia game at home, and they beat Georgia 41-34. Then they went to Nashville, Tennessee, and got caught with their pants down. And that was the
Damn
first
right
true
they
sign
did.
of like, oh shit, Alabama is in trouble. And then we're all like, that's weird. That's never happened before. And then they played South Carolina and won by 2 on I think that was the game where Sellers had the bad call on the PI.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tennessee beat them in Knoxville. And that's when everybody was like, this team sucks. And then they got beat by Oklahoma. Right. So I was like, we played this game with Alabama of like, oh, it's Alabama. It's like, yeah, but like when it comes down to Kalen DeBoer and defenses that give them fits, they don't never not give them fits. It's always a problem. Like Washington, when Kalen DeBoer was at Washington with Michael Penix, there were certain coaches and certain defensive schemes that he just couldn't operate around. And the one year that they went to the playoffs, they magically just found a way in a couple extra games. But there was games that they won ugly and didn't score.
Yeah.
So like if Vanderbilt can hog the ball like they did last year and they can play defense, get a couple stops, bleed the clock, then absolutely they have a chance. And if that happens, it might not be Stoops who's next. It might not be.
Yeah, if it's a 2-loss Alabama before you even get to November, that's ugly. That's
Gross.
real ugly.
It would be ugly.
It would be a dream come true.
Yeah, a dream come true to me.
Whoa.
Is Vanderbilt.
Alabama of the 90s is back.
Vanderbilt in the top 8. Oh,
That'd be
because
sexy.
if they beat Alabama, they are for sure a top 10 team, if not top 8.
I think Josh Pates had them in the top 10 since week 2.
I love that.
Yeah. He says the metric and the machine say Vanderbilt's a top 10 team, which I love.
Give me a Vanderbilt Ole Miss SEC title game.
Yes.
I would love that.
Yes.
It'd
Now
be
let's talk about 2 teams who everybody thought was going to be in the SEC title game at the end of the year that just stink. The Texas Longhorns travel down to Gainesville, Florida, into the swamp where the Florida Gators are the dogs. Texas is favored in this game. Here's a stat for you, right? I'm statting tonight. From Josh Pate, who I love, by the way. If you don't listen to Pate State on Sunday nights, good time.
It's a good
Texas versus Florida features the 103rd and 123rd down team in offense efficiency in the country.
cool.
So if you
Wait.
Iowa,
Nerd.
I bring stats to this podcast, okay? So if you've ever wanted to watch Iowa play Iowa, you have a lovely opportunity on Saturday. The over-under is currently at 41.5. Gross.
Very.
And I think Arch Manning went into the shoe. Don't get me wrong. The shoe is a hard place to play, but it's not the swamp.
No, the
It's
swamp
not.
the swamp has been one of the hardest places to play a college football game since what 2001.
Yeah,
Place is absolutely electric. Ever since Spurrier was there, that place has just been different.
Yeah. I'm going to give Florida a spitting chance here. If you look back to last week and the week before, the dogs are barking. Dogs are barking. And I kind of like it because the dogs are how we make money around here. Like Oregon was a dog.
We did make money off that.
Cincinnati was a dog. Ole Miss was a dog. Dogs are barking right now.
Yeah. If Florida can somehow find a way to stop the run with their banged up defensive line, they'll have a chance to keep it close. But I think it's gonna be kind of a slugfest. I like Texas 20, Florida 10.
Don't hate it.
I just think it's gonna be one of those games. The Florida is gonna find a way to slip a long play for a long touchdown.
Then throw 4 picks in a row.
If Texas, yeah, exactly. If Texas can run the ball, and like Dunham said about Vanderbilt, keep it, burn the clock, keep the game out of Arch Manning's hands as much as possible, they're going to be fine. They'll cover 4.5.
Billy Napier did say he saw the look in DJ Lagway's eyes this week. He said he's back.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
really?
what
Yeah,
happened
that's what
the
he said.
last 4 weeks? Fuck.
Well, what about the other kids on the roster who think the season is fucking done? Because
They
I
think
think that's where
Napier's
Ford is at.
out.
Well, I think that they thought the same thing last year, and Lagway just rallied the troops.
Yeah, that is true. But I think that team was a little bit more inspired with the Graham Mertz injury and other outside factors. I don't see that in this Florida team this year. I think Florida thought they were going to be a lot better than they actually were, and it just didn't end up working. And now we're here. And
No.
Texas has a lot to prove. They only have one loss, and it's to a really, really good team.
Yep. Now, I will say, if you look at the film at all, the DJ Lagway experience is so different. Last year, he played like loose and free, and he had to make plays with his feet. And this year, it's literally bubble left, bubble right, RPO in the middle, RPO down the sideline, one look pass. Like,
Did
it
they get
just
a new
looks so
OC?
boring. No, they didn't get a new OC. Napier calls all the plays.
Napier calls the plays.
Napier calls the plays, which is part of the problem. People told him last year, like,
Yeah.
hey, you need to let the OC call the plays. And he was like, this is my team.
No.
This is my team. I run the show.
Yeah, look how that's been for him. And what is he, 16-21 in his tenure at Florida? Not even 500. I'm pretty sure it's under 500.
Oh, I can't remember what it is. Worse than Dan Mullen was when they fired Dan Mullen.
Pity.
I know. And now Dan Mullen's at UNLV just winning football games, which is great. Last game we can talk about, because this might be on one of our picks potentially. The Iowa State Cyclones travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bearcats.
Sorry, hold on. 20-22.
20 and
a little
22.
off.
Yeah.
Billy Napier.
Yeah, I think the Gators
Florida.
fired Dan Mullen at 20 and 21 or 21 and 20, one of the two.
It's not good enough.
Nah, it's just like.
All right, my bad. Let's get back to the Cyclones.
Oh, you're good. Last week, Cincinnati was the
like
team that probably pissed me off more than anybody else in the country, which is wild considering some of the things I said in the fourth quarter of the Oregon Penn State game. Last week, Cincinnati was 7 of 16 on third down, 3 of 3 on fourth down. So combined on third and fourth down, they were 10 of 19. And I can tell you from watching the game that at least 8 of those were 10 plus yards. I watched Cincinnati convert 3rd and 13, 3rd and 20, 4th and 15 at least 6 times.
I do remember the Dunham rants about him. Dunham was watching this game and he's like, Cincinnati can do whatever the fuck they want.
Literally, they could literally do whatever the fuck they wanted. And it's because I had Kansas minus 4.5. They got the touchdown and they got it to -4. And I was like, all right, we got a chance here. Like, this is great. And then Kansas was backed up all the way on their own 5. And they went 2nd and 12. No problem. 3rd and 15. No problem. 4th and 8. No problem. They could get whatever they wanted in Lawrence. It was unbelievable. And it drove me freaking insane. Like, Braden Sorsby went 29 of 43 for 388 and 2 touchdowns. They had 603 total yards of offense.
That's a classic Big 12 run and gun matchup, baby.
Yeah, after I had to listen to what's his face, Tim Brando, on Friday night talk about TCU and Arizona State. We play defense in this conference. Shut up, Tim. You guys don't play defense at all.
Was that game on the CW this week?
Which one?
The Cincinnati Kansas game? Is that on the
I
CW?
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think they have the Big 12 rights, but CW not great. Not my favorite platform to watch college football on right now.
No. I mean, I had them on the quad box with, I think, Ole Miss and LSU, and I was listening to that game. But
I was just dialed in on LSU getting their fucking
teeth kicked in.
Yeah, I did appreciate you taking LSU plus 2.5 and money line. That was great. Thanks.
Yeah, I forgot that you had that when I made my LSU wager. Just
that's on you.
It's tough. I know. Trying to believe in the bird for once.
Thanks.
Just believed in myself.
For the people out there who listen, don't fucking bet with me. At least
Oh,
not till week 12.
He did
All
hit
right.
parlays this weekend. I will say, Bird did make money. It just didn't get posted.
Yeah. Bird had a good weekend, but not on the pot.
Let's say the Instagram picks for me weren't good either, but I made a bunch of money too.
Fuck me. I think this is a good time to segue into our picks for the week.
Indeed. All right, Bird, you went 0-3. Go ahead, lead us off. What do you got?
Who, buddy? I'm gonna start first, and I'm gonna go the route Vandy plus 10.5. Each week I'm trying to go, at least one of the boys pod picks, keep it interesting. Gonna go Vandy again this week. Vandy did not cover last week. I don't know what the point spread was, but I'm pretty sure I took their point spread. But I just feel comfortable, betting with Diego Pavia. He's very confident that their offense is gonna tune it up this week. I think Vandy, even though they're in Tuscaloosa playing against the Tide, I think that Vandy's offense is a lot better. I think it's going to be a gunfight. I could see Vandy plus 10.5. I could see him, at least if they do lose, I could see him losing by 7. Maybe a late game field goal for the Tide to win. So I think I'd say I'm comfortable with Vandy plus 10.5 this week.
I like it. I don't hate it. All right, I went 1-2. Got hosed by Kansas there at the end, which was disappointing, but it is what it is.
Did I go 2-1?
Yeah, you did.
Top dog.
Thank you. Moving through right now. Yeah.
What a guy.
Let me get this guy's Burger King crown.
Except my other picks, I just did not like. It wasn't the week that I had the week before where I was winning left and right. It was a tougher week this week, but hey,
tough lines.
You gotta take some chances, I guess.
All right. My first pick, I'm going to go with Dan Mullen and the boys traveling up to Laramie, Wyoming. I'm going to take them on the money line at minus 166. FanDuel usually does this cool thing on Fridays where they pick the 2 big games and give you a 50% profit boost and then give you a third 50% profit boost. I've been trying to use those as much as I can. So I'm hoping they do the same thing for this week, despite some bad lines, and I can get a 50% profit boost on UNLV and get that line down to like minus 115, 120.
Okay.
Wait, what are they at, Dunham?
It's minus 166 right now.
Well, usually if it's 50% profit boost, they'll be closer, I feel like, to like plus 100, plus 102.
No, because
I had a
minus 116.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Georgia, what was Georgia last week? Minus 134, and I got them down to minus 102.
Maybe I'm making other bets inside of it. Be nice to get them plus money, though. That's all I'm saying.
Right now, FanDuel only has boosts for Miami, Florida State, and then the Bussin with the boys profit boost. That's it. Those are the only 2 they got, and it's 30% for the Bussin.
30%, yeah.
So I can do it real quick while Rev, you're making your pick.
Yeah, DraftKings doesn't have very many boosts right now. The only boost they have is either Miami FSU or Vanderbilt Alabama. And then they also have a 25% live profit boost on New Mexico State Sam Houston right now.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe a money line just to feel good about myself with Sam Houston or New Mexico here. I'm going to lead off with which one do I like the most? Because there's one that I'm starting to feel a little more scared on, and I might replace it with another pick. So I'll wait on that one. But my pick this week is I'm going to go with Louisville minus 6.5 against the Virginia Cavaliers. Virginia comes off a big win last week. Now they got to go down to Louisville, and Louisville is undefeated this year. I love Miller Moss, and I think their defense is a little bit overlooked here. And the Cardinals should be able to take control of this game early. I know that Virginia's looked really good this year, but I think Louisville is a better team. They were in my preseason top 25 poll. I think they should be in the top 25 poll right now. They just haven't gotten enough love yet. They finally get to play a more respectable opponent. and I think they're going to take it to Virginia, who's coming off a huge program win, and it's a classic letdown spot on the road. So give me Louisville with the touchdown and the extra point.
Elite field storm last week too. I know that everybody.
Oh my gosh, incredible!
Oh, damn, that was cool.
As soon as that whistle blew, 10,000 kids out there just
God, that was awesome.
loving life.
30% profit boost on UNLV gets them down to -127, which is pretty respectable. I'll take that.
Yeah, the only thing you have to worry about in Wyoming is maybe the weather, because if the weather sucks in Wyoming, that's going to be a huge swing for the Cowboys up there in Laramie.
They have been talking about a cold front passing through this weekend, so maybe.
I think that's the only way it gets a little dicey. But I like them on the money line because I think that spread's probably around -3.5.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah, so I like that pick on the money line. I think UNLV is a better team. Dan Mullen's doing a good job over there.
And they're fighting for that G5 spot.
Yeah, and they're definitely gonna have a shot at it. So I like it. Bird. Back down.
My second pick, I am gonna go Iowa State +1.5.
Oh, you motherfucker.
I did it. I talked about it pre-show. I don't know why Dunham's saying you motherfucker to me right now.
Well, I should be saying it because if we look in the chat, I had it first.
You
but
did.
it's fine.
That's why I didn't take it on my first pick.
It's fine. It's fine.
You guys can still take them money line.
Nope,
I feel more comfortable +1.5.
Nope,
yeah, nope. I will not. I'm actually kind of leaning Cincinnati -1.5 right now.
Fuck you guys. Okay, follow the bird this week. I feel a 3-0 coming. Okay, even with Vandy +10.5.
Hell yeah!
All right, Iowa State +1.5. Playing at Cincy. Cincy can do whatever they want against Kansas, not against Iowa State. Okay, I think Iowa State has the better offense, and I feel like even though they might struggle defensively, whatever, and this is gonna be a close game, I still feel like if Iowa State's gonna win, they're gonna win by 3.
Okay.
Or if they're gonna win by 21. I could see
21?
that going both ways.
You stupid.
So,
I mean, I like this pick too. I'm fading away from it now. I took it on Sunday at -6.5 because I thought maybe, or I took the money line on Sunday, thinking it -102 on DraftKings would be the lowest that it would go. I thought more people would be getting on Iowa State. They're just not. So this is telling me that something's going on in Cincy that Vegas really likes, and that's why they're favored. Iowa State's down to their defensive backs. That's going to hurt, especially after what we just saw Cincinnati do against Kansas. And they're playing at home. And Iowa State's played an extra game. So I'm fading away from it. That was the pick that I was actually not liking as much. So I'm okay with you taking them, and I hope they win. I do. I hope it for you, and I hope it for my pocket books as well.
I say I'm going to take them probably on the Instagram picks, but all right. Pick number 2 for yours truly. The Duke Blue Devils are traveling across America to Oakland, California to play the California Golden Bears and Jaron Kiave Sekapuatele.
Dog.
Cal's currently +2.5, +124 on the money line. What are we doing?
You like Cal on the money line?
I freaking love Cal on the money line. Let's go, yes, baby. I'm riding with the Bears.
You're not worried about what happened against San Diego State. That doesn't concern you at all because they looked terrible.
They did look terrible, but like I said, like in that game.
And Duke looked really good last week.
Whatever. Traveling across America has a thing, and playing it like, let's see, what time is that? That game is at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, so that's a 6:30 Pacific kick, 9:30 East Coast kick.
Definitely past Coach K's bedtime. He's not saying up for that one.
Brutal. So, like the San Diego State game worried me a little bit, I guess, but also San Diego State's played pretty good defense. And Cal dropped a bunch of passes, and then last week against BC across the country in Chestnut Hill, they looked really good again. and they had a game-winning drive. Sangapore Tele's he's a real deal, man. Like
What's
when he
the
comes
over
out-
under?
Over under is currently set at 55.5.
That's a lot, but I like it. I
I
kind
know.
of like the over there. I would definitely put that in a teaser and tease it down.
I'll put that out later this week.
All right. Glad I could help. All right. So with my next pick, I'm gonna have to pivot a little bit since Jaybird took mine. But I also wasn't feeling it either, so it's okay. I'm gonna go with the UAB
Yes.
Blazers team
Wow.
total. Their team total, not the total of the game, just UAB's team total of over 25.5. They have scored 24 points or more in each game so far this season. Army's defense is a little bit suspect to giving up some big plays. And the only way I don't really see this happening is if for some reason Army has like their Army drives where they're marching it 3 yards down the field every play. But here's the thing. UAB's defense is a wet paper bag. Anything can get through that thing right there. Okay. So UAB's going to get the ball. They're going to chuck it all over the place. Jalen Kitna's the real deal. Give me UAB team total over 25.5. I think the line that I saw on DraftKings, it's weird because I had to do like the little meter thing to pick a line. It said over 25.5 was at -110. Over 24.5 was at -120. So I might as well just take the over 25.5 at -110 because how often do we get 25-point games? Not very. So give me at least 27.
Yeah.
So I'd play it up to over 26.5.
I was going to say Army's given up 30, 21, 45, and 28.
Yeah, this looks safe to me. I
think
like
so.
this a lot.
Me too.
And it's just the UAB team total, not the total of the game. But I don't hate the total of the game either. It's probably just a little too steep for me right now at 10,500.
Points.
I could watch UAB throw the ball all day. All
too.
day.
I love it. All right, Bert, go ahead. Pick number 3.
All right, last pick for the night. I'm going to go Notre Dame versus Boise State. It's coming to me. It's telling me to take my gut. Okay, I'm going to go under 62.5 for this game. Okay. The lines, the previous games, everything's telling me take the over. People on the pod telling me take the over. Okay. I've been listening to too many people. Okay. I got to start believing in my gut. All right. I got to go under 62.5. Do I see Notre Dame scoring a lot in this game? Yes. Okay. Do I see Boise State scoring a lot in this game? Not really. I don't see them getting over 21 points. I could see them sticking with 14 at the most. And I think if Notre Dame runs away with it, good for them, but I don't see them scoring 40 points. 40 to 14, not visible in my future for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, if Notre Dame has a really electric first half, and they start to play the scrubs, this could definitely stay under 62.5. But
yeah,
I just don't agree with it. Not an unders guy typically, so I get it though.
We're trying to go 3-0 for the first time this week. Okay,
I like it, Bird. Go do your thing. I'll root
Thanks.
for you, and I'll take the over.
Fuck you.
Dunham, what do you got there?
All right. I'm going back to the dogs are barking. I'm going to do it. I'm going to drop them.
Florida?
No. Go north a little bit.
The Gophers against Ohio State.
No,
you are a
that's too
dog,
far.
man.
That's too far north. Give me Florida State plus 152.
All right.
pull
I
it
like
off.
it. I
They
like
pull
it.
it off. Last weekend, Virginia running back ran for 99 yards. Miami's running back's not going to run for 99 yards. Their quarterback ran for 37 yards. Carson Beck ain't going to run for more than 5 yards. All right. Florida State's defense is going to make a difference. Miami struggles with running quarterbacks. Mario Cristobal has struggled with running quarterbacks. Tommy Castellanos running quarterback. Okay. Miami's defense is much improved. Mario Cristobal inbound, giving the Knowles. Do the chop, folks. Let's go. Riding with the dogs.
Okay.
Go ahead, coach.
I'm between two. I like Troy minus.
Oh, the seatbelt rivalry.
I like Troy minus 2.5.
Ooh.
They have a really good punter. He's had at least one 50-yard punt in the last 11 games. And it's going to be a field possession game in Troy. In wherever Troy, Alabama's at. Okay. I have no reason to cheer for Troy outside of the fact that I'm trying to make it to the college football 26 dynasty playoff in our little league. And I'm also between another military over. Just call us the week of the military for me.
Big
Because
shutdown week.
I'm looking at Navy and Air Force. I went with Air Force taking the over against last week against Hawaii. That was an easy win.
Yeah, check that box.
Navy can run the ball like hell. Air Force can run the ball like hell.
Yeah.
Navy doesn't play great defense.
No.
Air Force doesn't play great defense.
No.
And when I got this line on Sunday, it was at 49.5, and it's already jumped all the way up to 52.5. So the people are talking. Vegas is agreeing with me. So I'm going to go with the gut here. I'm going to take my overs again. I'm going to go with Navy Air Force over. I believe it's at 52.5 right now. I'm feeling so confident. I'll play it at 52.5 as well.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So Navy Air Force over 52.5. And if I could bet 450 combined rushing yards for the teams, I would.
Yeah, we don't live in the state that does that, unfortunately.
No, which is actually a real bummer because when I was in Chicago last year and I was able to bet college football same game parlays. Oh my gosh. During the college football playoff, I think I lost about $25 on 6 parlays. Just because I was in Chicago, it's like I will bet Nick Singleton to get over 150 rushing yards against SMU. Did it happen?
No.
But it was cool to just see actual college football players' names on the stat sheet there. So
Nice.
So hopefully that comes to Colorado sometime soon. But I'm taking Navy Air Force over 52.5.
I like
Love
it.
that.
I like it. All right, I'll go over the other games I will probably put on the Instagram graphic tomorrow. I have to do a soul-searching deep dive for over-unders. But if anybody's been curious about how the over-under teaser has been working, so here's how it's gone. I've looked at teams who are playing each other that are easily to the over. So right now, 3-1 to the over would be ideal. 4-1 to the over is fantastic. If both teams are 4 or 3-1 to the over, put them in a teaser. If you can get 6 or 7 teams that are lining up each other that are to the over, tease them up 14 or tease them down 14 points, and you get your over-unders to like 30 and a half. All you need is a 16-15 ball game, and it's yours. And I think those have hit every single week.
They have.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think you're 3 for 3 from when I've been
those are
watching.
plus 110, plus 140 is usually what I get them at. So
Put the mortgage on it.
Yeah.
I'm down. Down if you're down.
Jaber got that look in his eye when I said put the mortgage on it.
Don't tempt
I'm
me.
down if you're down. I'm down if you're down.
But I also have
we'll match
Kansas.
it. We'll match
Kansas
it.
minus.
We'll match it.
Yes. Kansas minus 5.5. That lines up to 6.5 now. They're at Boston College. BC with a big letdown last weekend. TCU minus 13.5. They are hosting the Colorado Buffaloes, who are bad.
Yeah, but for some reason, I think that line is just a little too long. I don't know what it is, but they didn't play that bad against BYU. They did cover 6.5.
They did, but like BYU's goal was to run the ball and just run it and run it and run it. TCU is going to be full air raid down the field, bombs away.
Well, Hoover did not look very good last week
because they couldn't run the ball.
Yeah.
Well, are they going to be able to do that this week? Who knows?
Doesn't matter. Arizona State's not CU.
Oh, that is so true. CU is down bad, man. They're bad.
Yeah,
I saw
think
something
Tom's a little
today.
over.
Speaking of CU, I saw something today saying, does Prime go to Arkansas? Because
No.
he interviewed there and left a good impression. I was like, that's not going to fucking happen.
No,
CU
Bobby,
gave this guy an opportunity, and Prime is going to continue to run with CU until there's a significant change in, I don't know, administration, something, or like he
Do you
feels
think
like he needs
Prime's
to get
even
out.
done enough at CU to impress at Arkansas?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like there needs to be something like a team, like college team or professional team needs to like do some soul searching to have Prime come in and coach. There's no reason that he goes to anywhere better than CU to be able to get like he hasn't done anything.
no. And Bobby Petrino pulled the ultimate coup d'etat.
I saw that too.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, how about Sam Pittman being like, hey, let me grab the old head coach who got fired from this place because he came out in his press conference in a neck brace, and it just so happened he also had interns on his motorcycle. Anyhow, and Sam Pittman goes, hey, let me hire that guy who used to be the coach here. And then he makes that guy in charge of the offense. And who knows if Petrino is just fire Pittman, fire Pittman, fire Pittman, fire Pittman. And eventually they were like, this guy's right. We should fire Pittman. Who should we make head coach? And Bobby Petrino was like,
Me.
hey, hi, I'm here again.
It's
I don't mind
me.
me. I actually
That
think they
is-
go after John Gruden, but that's just me.
I don't know who's gonna go to Arkansas, but I hope they get somebody exciting.
John
Yeah.
Gruden would be elite.
It would.
Call the Hogs, man.
I would miss his box openings though on Barstool.
I feel like he'd still do them though.
What do we got here?
Check out this box we got from Honduras, brother. Look at these new jerseys, man.
and
Honestly,
then he
I think you should
rattles
stay-
off.
You go ahead, Jaybird.
He just rattles off about 25 people he knows from fucking Honduras. That'd be hilarious. He's rattling off names I've never fucking heard before. But every time he says a name, I feel like I've fucking known that guy for 25 years playing in the league, dude. He's insane.
I think John Gruden needs to just stay away from coaching.
I agree. I love him on Barstool.
We just need him in our life as a football analyst.
Yes.
Like he could be the coach for everybody that doesn't play football.
Yeah.
That's the role for John Gruden right now.
I agree. I love
Be
him
that
at Barstool. He's so great.
Man, he's awesome. He's always been awesome.
Always.
Yes.
Unless you're on one of those emails, I guess you might not think he's very awesome. But
Although, didn't he win that lawsuit?
He did win the lawsuit.
Oh, I don't know.
Gruden back in the NFL here soon.
Nah, I doubt he goes back to the NFL.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I were him.
I'm surprised he's not coaching at like some local Tampa Bay high school, you know?
could you imagine if John Gruden was your high school football coach?
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
Come on, Johnny. It's a go route, man.
Rev, man, I'm looking at you. You don't belong on a football field, man. You're just kind of a soft little pussy out here. How about you keep running with those cross-country shorts on, all running up and down them hills, man? You do that. Stay off my fucking field, okay?
But I love your passion, man. I love the passion for football.
I love that you're giving effort out here. But
Maybe you can run the scoreboard on Friday night.
How's that sound to you?
That's probably my favorite thing about Barstool is he'll run a play on the whiteboard and you got Frank the Tank playing center. Come on, Frank.
Fucking Mets.
Call. If we were a baseball podcast, we'd be talking about that Mets team right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
did they screw the pooch.
I wish I was an employee at the New York Barstool just to be like, Frank, we'll be watching playoffs from the couch together this year, brother. God hates the Mets. He hates me.
And the Dolphins.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
All right,
All right.
boys.
Get out of here.
All right,
Thanks,
boys.
Bob.
Well, you know the drill. Like, follow, subscribe. We have been getting a lot of traction on the Facebook, a lot of comments, a lot of people giving their opinions, and we love that. Hopefully those people are listening. Continue. We love to hear from the fans. We like to engage with everybody. Still looking to get 1,000 followers on any platform so we can start going live. We'd love to do some live watches for the people, with the people. We appreciate
Let's get there by the
everything that you guys
playoffs,
do.
people. Let's get there by
let's
the
try.
playoffs.
That'd be a lot of fun. I'll fly to one of the games. I don't care.
I think you are doing that.
BYU?
LSU?
I think we're greasing up the bird. That's what the people want.
With another shaky
From
ass
last
dance,
week?
baby.
We want to butter up the bird.
Butter up the bird. with a
Dude,
little
Rev
shake
gets a
that
little
ass
too
dance,
excited
baby.
when he says that shit, dude.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right,
But
Chum.
you guys get the message. We love you. We want to talk to you more. Thank you. Chumps out.
Chumps out.
See you later.
See y'all.